If you can make small talk in English, your daily life gets easier very fast.
Yes, because small talk is everywhere, at the store, at work, in the street, and even in the elevator.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Simple English Talks. Today, we're talking about small talks for daily life.
And before we begin, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
It really helps us, and it helps more learners find these simple English conversations.
So, relax, listen, and enjoy this easy English conversation with us.
Hope small talk looks simple, but for many people, it is not easy.
That is true. Many learners know English words, but they do not know how to start.
Yes, they think, what do I say first?
And then their brain says, "Run away."
Yes, exactly.
It happens to many people.
So today, we want to help with that.
We want to show that small talk is not about perfect English.
It is about connection.
It is about being friendly, natural, and relaxed.
Let's start with a very simple question. What is small talk?
Small talk is a short and easy conversation.
Usually, it is not deep.
Right. You talk about simple things like the weather, your day, work, food, traffic, or weekend plans.
Small talk helps people feel comfortable.
Yes, it opens the door.
It says, I am friendly. We can talk.
And the good news is, you do not need big vocabulary for that.
You only need a few good questions and a few good answers.
Ooh, that sounds easy already.
Good, because it is.
Let's give the listeners a real example.
Okay. Imagine you meet your neighbor outside your home.
You can say, "Hi, how are you?"
Or, good morning, how's your day going?
That second one is nice because it feels a little warmer.
Yes. And if they answer, good, thanks, you can continue.
You can say, "That's nice," or "Glad to hear that."
Then maybe ask, busy day today?
Simple, short, and natural.
You do not need to say something amazing.
Yes, this is not a movie speech.
No, it is not.
Many learners make one mistake.
What is that?
They think every conversation must be interesting and smart.
Ah, yes.
But daily small talk is often very normal.
Very normal.
Sometimes the conversation is just, "Nice weather today."
And that is enough.
Yes, because the goal is not to sound brilliant.
The goal is to sound human.
I like that.
Let's talk about easy topics for small talk.
Good idea.
Topic 1. The weather.
The king of small talk.
Yes, the king.
You can say, "It's really warm today."
Or, it looks like rain.
Or, "Beautiful morning, isn't it?"
Very nice.
Topic 2. Daily routine.
You can ask, are you on your way to work?
Or, "Did you have a busy morning?"
Topic 3. Food and drink.
My favorite topic.
I knew you would say that.
Of course. You can ask, "Did you have breakfast?"
Or, do you know a good coffee place near here?
Topic 4. Weekend plans.
Any plans for the weekend?
Are you doing anything fun today?
Topic 5. Simple compliments.
Yes, but keep them polite and easy.
That's a nice jacket.
Your bag looks great.
That smells good. Is that coffee?
If it is soup, that can be a strange moment.
Yes, your coffee smells amazing. This is chicken soup, Mark.
That would be a very bad small talk moment.
So maybe smell carefully first.
Please do.
That is a good example, actually.
Really? How?
Small talk does not need to be perfect. Sometimes little funny moments make it more real.
Yes, and when you smile, people feel relaxed.
Now, let's help with starting lines.
This part is very useful.
Here are some easy starters. How's your day going? Busy today? Did you have a good weekend? Is it always this busy here? That looks nice. Have you been here before?
These are excellent because they work in many places.
At work, in a shop, in class, at the gym, almost anywhere.
And now, maybe we should talk about answers too.
Yes, because asking is only one part.
Many people answer with only one word.
Like, fine.
Or the famous, okay.
Yes.
But if you want the conversation to continue, give a little more.
For example, if someone says, "How's your day going?" you can answer.
It's going well, thanks. I've been a little busy today.
Or, "Pretty good. I'm a bit tired, but I'm okay."
Or, good, thanks. I just finished work, so I'm happy.
These answers are still easy, but they give the other person something to use.
Exactly. Now the other person can say, oh, long day? Or, that's nice.
Small talk grows with small details.
Small talk grows with small details. That sounds beautiful.
I try sometimes.
Sometimes?
Okay, sometimes only.
Let's do a mini example.
Okay.
Hi, Mark. How's your day going?
Pretty good, thanks. I had a busy morning, but now I feel better.
That's good. Busy with work?
Yes, a lot of emails today.
Ooh, the dangerous emails.
Yes, very dangerous.
See? That is small talk. Easy and natural.
Another important thing is listening.
Yes, small talk is not only talking.
When the other person speaks, listen carefully.
React to what they say.
If they say, "I'm tired," you can say, "Oh, long day?"
If they say, I'm excited for the weekend, you can say, nice. Any special plans?
That makes the conversation feel real.
It shows care.
Now, where do we use small talk in daily life?
Everywhere.
At the supermarket,
At work.
at school,
With neighbors.
at a cafe,
In a taxi.
in the elevator with 5 seconds of pressure.
Yes, elevator small talk is a special sport.
It really is.
In an elevator, people often feel awkward.
So short sentences are perfect there.
Busy day? Going up? Nice building. Long day?
Maybe not going up when the elevator is already moving up.
True. That would be very clear already.
Yes, no mystery there.
But still, short and light is best.
Let's also talk about small talk at work.
Good one.
At work, you can say, "Good morning. How was your weekend? Did you get much done today? Need any help? That meeting was long."
That last one is very real.
Very real.
You can also say, I like your idea in the meeting.
Yes, that is friendly and professional.
What about small talk in a cafe?
Easy. If you know the worker, you can say, "Hi, how's your day going?"
Or, busy morning?
If you are waiting near someone, maybe say, "This place is always busy."
Or, the coffee here is really good.
Unless the coffee is terrible.
Then maybe say nothing.
Good advice.
We should talk about tone too.
Yes, tone matters a lot.
Even simple words can sound kind or cold.
So smile a little if you can.
Keep your voice soft and relaxed.
And do not speak too fast.
Slow is okay.
Clear is better than fast.
I think many learners need to hear that again.
Clear is better than fast.
Yes, one more time for the people in the back.
Clear is better than fast.
Perfect.
Now let's help with a common fear.
The fear of silence.
Yes, many people feel that silence is bad.
But a short silence is normal.
You do not need to fill every second.
You can pause, smile, and then ask a simple question.
For example, So, is this your first time here?
Or, by the way, do you live near here?
Or just, oh, nice.
Small talk breathes. It does not run.
That is a lovely way to say it.
Thank you.
Another fear is, what if I make a mistake?
Then you make a mistake.
And life continues.
Yes, most people do not care about small mistakes.
They care more about your energy.
Friendly energy is powerful.
If your grammar is not perfect, but you are kind and relaxed, people still enjoy talking to you.
That is very true.
Now, let's share a few useful follow-up questions.
Yes, this is the magic part.
If someone says, I'm tired, ask, long day?
If someone says, I'm going shopping, ask, what do you need to buy?
If someone says, I had a good weekend, ask, oh, nice, what did you do?
If someone says, I love this place, ask, have you been here many times?
Follow-up questions keep the conversation moving.
They show interest.
And they are easy to learn.
Yes, you do not need 100 questions.
No, 5 or 6 good ones can help a lot.
Can we do one more real-life example?
Of course.
Okay, imagine two people waiting for a bus.
Person 1 says, the bus is late again.
Very realistic already.
Person 2 says, yeah, it seems late today.
Person 1 says, does this happen often?
Person 2 says, sometimes, especially in the evening.
Person 1 says, good to know. I don't take this bus often.
That is a perfect little daily conversation.
Easy words, real life, useful English.
Let's talk about body language for a moment.
Okay, yes.
Look open and relaxed.
Face the person a little.
Make natural eye contact.
Not too much, not too little.
Yes, please do not stare like a movie villain.
That would end the small talk very fast.
Very fast.
Also, a small smile helps a lot.
Yes, it makes you look safe and friendly.
What should people avoid in small talk?
Good question.
Maybe very personal questions?
Yes. At first, avoid very personal topics.
Avoid questions about money.
Avoid strong arguments.
Avoid very negative comments.
And avoid talking too much without listening.
Ah, yes, the speech machine.
Exactly.
Small talk is like playing catch with a ball.
Nice image.
You speak a little, then the other person speaks a little.
Back and forth.
Not one person with a microphone for 20 minutes.
That is a podcast, not small talk.
True.
Now, some listeners may ask, how can I practice?
Start very small.
Greet people.
Ask one simple question.
Give one longer answer.
Practice with shop workers, classmates, neighbors, or friends.
You can also practice alone.
Alone.
Yes, say the lines out loud.
Like, good morning, how's your day going?
Pretty good, thanks. How about you?
That is actually very helpful.
Speaking out loud trains your mouth, not only your brain.
Yes, that matters.
Listening is important, but speaking is necessary too.
Even 5 minutes a day can help.
Before we finish, let's give the listeners a few ready-made lines.
Yes, easy lines they can use today.
How's your day going?
Busy day?
Nice weather today.
Any plans for the weekend?
That's nice.
Oh, really? How was it?
I'm a little tired today.
Same here.
This place is nice.
Have you been here before?
These are simple, but strong.
And they can open real conversations.
That is the beautiful thing about small talk.
Yes, a small sentence can create a warm moment.
A smile, a question, a short answer.
And suddenly, English feels alive.
Not like homework.
And that is always good news.
Always.
I think many learners believe fluency starts with big conversations.
But often, it starts with tiny ones.
Good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. Long day?
These little moments build confidence.
So do not wait for the perfect moment.
Use English in normal life.
Little by little.
And be kind to yourself.
Yes, please.
You do not need perfect English to have a nice conversation.
You only need courage, practice, and a friendly voice.
Thank you so much for listening today.
We really hope this conversation helps you speak a little more easily in daily life.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and write in the comments what topic you want in the next episode.